Lifting injuries cause more workplace injuries than any other single cause, yet most workers have never received comprehensive training in proper lifting technique. Let's talk about the biomechanics of safe lifting and why the standard advice, lift with your legs, is inadequate without specific instruction. First, understand what happens to your spine during improper lifting. When you bend at the waist with straight legs to lift something, you're creating enormous compressive and shear forces on your lumbar spine. Your back muscles are working at a massive mechanical disadvantage, trying to lever the weight up while your spine takes tremendous load. The intervertebral discs, the cushions between your vertebrae, are experiencing pressures that can cause herniation, particularly if you're lifting heavy loads repeatedly. Proper lifting technique involves multiple components working together. Before you even touch the load, you need load assessment. How heavy is it? Can you lift it alone, or do you need help? Is it awkwardly shaped in ways that make it harder to handle? This assessment prevents you from attempting lifts beyond your capacity. Body positioning is critical. You want to get close to the load, not reaching out at arm's length. Foot placement should provide a stable base, feet shoulder width apart, one foot slightly ahead of the other for balance. Now here's where lift with your legs becomes more specific. You squat down, keeping your back straight or in slight lordosis, natural inward curve, gripping the load firmly, and then driving upward with your leg muscles. Your legs have the large, powerful muscles designed for this work. Your back muscles are primarily for stability, not for providing lifting force. Breathing coordination matters too. Exhale during the exertion phase of the lift. This helps stabilize your core and prevents breath holding that increases intra-abdominal pressure in problematic ways. For loads that are too heavy or awkwardly shaped for one person, team lifting protocols are essential. Communication between lifters, coordinated timing, and designated leaders who count off the lift ensure everyone is moving together. But here's where workplace modifications become more important than individual technique. The best solution to lifting injuries is often eliminating the need for lifting. Mechanical assists like dollies, hand trucks, hoists, pallet jacks, and forklifts can do the work without putting human bodies at risk. Redesigning tasks to eliminate heavy lifts, using smaller containers, providing materials at convenient heights rather than floor or overhead, using conveyor systems, prevents injuries more reliably than depending on perfect technique every time. Why is this important? Because people get tired. They get rushed. They cut corners. Relying on perfect lifting technique for every lift over an entire career is unrealistic. Engineering controls that eliminate hazardous lifts are more reliable. What about after lifting injuries occur? Rehabilitation is crucial. Physical therapy focusing on core strengthening, flexibility, and body mechanics can help workers recover and prevent re-injury. But return-to-work planning needs to be careful. Workers often return before fully healed because they need income, then re-injure themselves performing the same tasks that hurt them initially. Let me give you some disability statistics that illustrate the stakes. Back injuries are the leading cause of permanent work disability. Many of these injuries occur gradually from cumulative strain during overtime rather than from a single dramatic lifting incident. A worker lifts loads that are within their capacity when they're fresh, but after 10 or 12 hours of work, fatigue degrades technique and tissues are already strained. That final lift that causes the acute injury is really the last straw after cumulative damage. From an employer cost-benefit perspective, investing in mechanical assists and proper training costs significantly less than workers' compensation claims and lost productivity from injured workers. A $5,000 hoist is cheap compared to a $100,000 workers' compensation claim for a back injury that causes permanent disability. Safe lifting is about understanding biomechanics, using proper technique, and, most importantly, redesigning work to eliminate unnecessary lifting whenever possible.